Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Mike. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the antics of the aging narcissist, okay? If you like this content, if this resonates with you or you can relate to it, please give it a like, thumbs up, comment down below your thoughts and opinions and wisdom, and please subscribe. Thank you very much. And so let's just get right into it, shall we? The aging narcissist is never a pretty sight to see, and the aging narcissist isn't just limited to an elderly person, a senior, whoever else. You may be thinking of a grandparent or just someone up there in age, but the narcissist, the aging narcissist in particular, can be anybody. It can be someone in their mid-20s, it can be in their 30s, even 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, so on and so forth. The aging narcissist, long story short, they can't press the clock on time. That's why they're so anxious, that's why they're so narcissistic, and that's why I don't refer to these people as people. I refer to them as creatures, because they're exactly that. They are evil, demonic creatures. But getting back on track, the aging narcissist, they can't embrace what once was, and they can't ever embrace what will be, having to live with the dire consequences, of their own actions, of their own wrongdoings. Perhaps the estranged family member is a narcissist. Maybe it's a parent or a grandparent, or in reverse. Maybe it's even your own son or daughter, who knows? I can't tell you that. Or maybe it's someone up in the corporate ladder, like in a business setting. It could happen in all ways, shapes, and forms, but let's get to the family for an instance. The narcissistic parent or the family member in question, or family members, will often look down upon you as the black sheep, or something which might not even be true at all. But that's why they're narcissists. They refuse to hear both sides of the story out, and even if they do realize that you're not the black sheep, you have set down a boundary, you've got no contact. Hopefully, if you're watching this video right now, I stress the importance of going no contact all the time. And that's for a very good reason, because if you don't set down a boundary, draw a fine line in the sand and say no, and you don't go no contact with these people, well, these creatures, excuse me, they're not people, well, then you're susceptible to a Hoover. Now, my first video I ever made was about the Hoover, but what is it again, real quick? It's about when the aging narcissist, or any narcissist in particular, will try to suck you back in, and they won't really apologize. They'll say it in their own weird way, like I'm sorry you feel that way, but they'll never fess up to exactly what they did or said, or whatever else you're thinking of. Like, I'm sorry, what can I do to make it better? But that doesn't even matter anymore, because you've shut the door. You've got to seal the deal for real with these people. Keep that door shut. Don't ever let it open. Never accept the Hoover under any circumstance. I don't care if it's a family member or a friend, longtime friend, so-called friend, acquaintance, business, I don't care. Personally, you couldn't pay me $1 or a sum in the world to get me to accept a Hoover, because that would be just me excusing the aging narcissist's poor behavior, or behaviors. Okay, let's just keep it real here. How many lives, how many times, how many inconveniences that they caused upon you, maybe upon others around you. But the aging narcissist, regardless of whatever their age, they'll always want to be younger and, be back in that golden era with you. That so-called golden era, in their minds. you know, what they perceive to be the golden era is certainly probably what you deem to be the most toxic stage in that given relation, whether it be family, friend, or spouse, or whoever it is. But you don't ever open up that door again, like I said, don't accept the Hoover. Why would you? Why would you undo all the hard work that you put in to keeping your distance from the narcissist? And to think that you have to teach someone who's much older, supposedly someone who's more sagacious and wise. And this is how the aging narcissists, this is how their mind works. They think that they're so sagacious and wise, and they look down upon everybody as inferior, young or old, or the same age as them. And they live their lives of an 18-year-old, 17, 18, 19-year-old, and yet they're still stuck in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I can keep going. This is not an attack on elderly people. This is just to put into perspective how the aging narcissist mind works, about how they're so arrogant, about how they're so cocky, and yeah, they're belligerent. They'll rewrite history. They'll stick to their guns. They'll pretend to be apologetic about what they did, but when you go, let's say you accept the Hoover, never accept the Hoover, but let's just say theoretically, hypothetically, you did. You accepted the Hoover. You said, okay, narcissist, what's been up with you? And you try to talk to them and get their side of the story, and yet, that Hoover you received, that was just an invitation, an open invitation to be used and abused and misused again. What do you know? So, long story short, don't ever accept the aging narcissist word. They'll try to Hoover you, they'll try to rewrite history, they'll try to squeeze into the clothes of a much younger generation. They certainly think like an entitled brat in their teens. Their personality, their demeanor, their antics never change. They never get better over the years. They only grow worse. That is what I must emphasize here, is that the aging narcissist, their antics are never ending. And then, they'll pity themselves for oh, poor's me. No one wants me anymore. They'll talk down upon themselves to get others to pity them. Pity playing, another manipulative tactic implemented by narcissists. But this is what the aging narcissist will do all the time. They will play victim. They'll, beg anyone around them for some validation or support. Young, old, in the middle, who knows? But we wouldn't know. Why? Because we've cut them off and we haven't accepted a Hoover. I know I haven't. I learned, my lesson. I never accepted a Hoover to begin with, and this isn't about Hoovering, it's about the aging narcissist, this video in question. But all I wanted to say is that saying no to each and every Hoover has only made me stronger over time, more wise. Okay, and I hope that you have the strength within you. If you haven't go no contact yet, or if you can't go full no contact, implement gray rock. Now, what does going gray rock mean? It's when you set a healthy boundary. Unlike the narcissist, they stonewall you. They give you the silent treatment for no apparent reason. They're cowards, and they're bullies. They're emotionally manipulative. They're emotionally abusive. They're abusive in general, but yeah, that's about it, really. You implement every tactic within the narcissist playbook, right? and they'll never be accountable. They'll never say sorry, or if they do, it's a fake apology. Don't accept it. Now, getting back to going gray rock on the narcissist, it's when you set a healthy boundary. You don't give the silent treatment to the narcissist, at least not, to spite anybody or to put anyone down. You do it for your own peace, your own sanctity, and your tranquility. Your peace, silence, and tranquility mean the most post-narcissistic abusive relationship, whatever it meant to you. But never let your guard down. Never, never, never. If this has taught you any lesson in anything regarding narcissism, maybe this is your first time around, or maybe, you've experienced a narcissistic abusive relationship within, with a family member, another one, or a friend, so-called friend, or someone who you were dating, or someone who you're married to or were. But the point is to go no contact. This is where I'm gonna end before I close out the video, is when you go gray rock, when you can't go full no contact for whatever reason. Maybe the aging narcissist is still sharing a kid with you, or you haven't gotten the divorce finalized. And these are all things that, slowly but surely you'll break ties that bind between you and the narcissist, the trauma bond, the thing that probably, bounded you to that narcissist, the aging narcissist. They wanted to play at your heartstrings. Oh, look at all the good times we had together. What good times? The times that you were probably happy, drunk, off of alcohol, or off of life itself, validation from other people. Not real validation, like it's artificial means of validation. The narcissist is pathetic at any age. This is why they don't learn. But you going gray rock is much different than the narcissist stonewalling you or giving you the silent treatment. You do it for your own protection. You only say as little as possible. The narcissist, on the other hand, when they stonewall you, they will just flee the room, or they'll say, I'll talk later about it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you give answers. You give legitimate answers, and the narcissist cannot provide you with any. Maybe you were a child of a divorced group of parents. Maybe one or both of them were narcissists, and they never really gave you the full scoop on what went wrong during that marriage. This could apply to anyone in their 20s, 40s, 60s, 80s, but they will never be honest about their past. Not entirely. And they will always try to rewrite history, gaslight, blame shift, project. And they're essentially a little kid stuck in an elderly body, an older body. You take age in stride. You embrace the wrinkles. You embrace the gray hair here and there. Nothing in this life lasts forever, but you got to control what you can control and just cut the narcissist out of your life for good. Whatever they meant to you, aging narcissist or not, young or old, or middle-aged. Maybe they're going through a midlife crisis. This is why I say the aging narcissist can be at any age. But with that, I just wanted to, wrap this up. Go full no contact. If you can't just go gray rock until you can go full no contact. Block, delete, and goodbye. And I will keep repeating that until it sinks in. Block, delete, goodbye. Block, delete, goodbye. Rip up their number, toss it in the trash, and just say goodbye in your head to these people. So with that concludes today's video, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you watching and tuning in. This is Mike. I love you all. God bless. Take care, and goodbye.